You ever notice how everyone online swears they're making money in their sleep? Like they've hacked the system, set up one magic link, and now the universe just Venmos them cash every night while they drool on their pillow? If I had $1 for every time someone said that, I'd finally be making passive income, right? Here's the ugly truth. Passive income doesn't exist. Not the way people sell it. Not the way you're picturing it. I know because I chased it. I wanted it. And then I got smacked with the reality of what actually works. When I first heard the phrase passive income, I thought it meant do nothing, get paid forever. Like I was just gonna light a candle, manifest a Stripe notification, and the money would roll in while I was binging Netflix and leggings. Spoiler, it doesn't work like that. Here's what actually happens. You spend weeks wrestling with tech that makes you want to throw your laptop out the window. Funnels, domains, autoresponders. It feels like you need a PhD just to connect a button to an email list. You drag yourself onto camera to create content when what you really want is a nap and maybe a snack you don't have to share with your kids. You second guess every word, every post, every video because it feels like everyone else online knows the secret you somehow missed. And even when the money finally shows up, it's not magic. That $7 sale, that $47 course, that commission, it's not passive. It's the bill being paid for all the unglamorous work you already stacked up when nobody was clapping for you. See, here's the problem. People think passive income means easy money, but it's not easy. It's leveraged. The difference is simple. Passive is a lie they sell you. Leverage is the truth you can actually build on. You don't get paid for doing nothing. You get paid because you built something that keeps working while you're not hovering over it. That's not passive, that's power. The first time I made money online, I thought I'd cracked the Da Vinci Code. I woke up, rolled over, checked my phone, and there it was, a Stripe notification. Boom, money while I slept. Cue the confetti cannons, right? I thought, this is it. I've arrived at the holy grail of passive income. Except, reality check, that little ding on my phone wasn't a miracle. It was a receipt for every ounce of chaos I already poured in. The dozens of posts that nobody liked, the hours of funnel building that made me question my sanity, the late night recording videos while my kids were finally asleep and the house was quiet enough to hear my own doubts. That sale wasn't passive, it was proof. Proof that the grind I stacked in the dark was finally paying me back in the light. And that's when it hit me like a slap in the face. It's never passive, it's leverage. You build once, you bleed into it once, you wrestle the chaos once, and then, only then, it keeps paying you back. Not because it's magic, not because you manifested it in your sleep, but because leverage is the closest thing to freedom you're ever gonna get. Passive income, lie. Leverage, that's empire fuel. So if passive income is fake, then what actually works? Creating a system that works even when you don't. It's simple. Not easy, but simple. I call it the Chaos to Cash Playbook. Build it once. Yes, it's messy, but get it out of your head. Leverage it. Turn that chaos into a system that keeps working for you. Multiply it. Stack more systems. Scale without burning out. Let me show you what that looks like. Digital products. You write it once and it sells hundreds of times. That one guide, that one PDF, that one blueprint, it's not just a document. It's a tiny soldier out there hustling for you while you live your life. But here's the truth nobody tells you. It's only semi-passive. You have to front load the chaos. You've got to sit down, get the ideas out of your head, write the thing, polish it, and hit publish when you feel like a fraud. But once you do, that single product can go out and feed your family 100 times over. That's leverage. Affiliate offers. Everyone thinks this is copy, paste a link, and get rich. No, that's how you become that person who spams their aunt's Facebook group with sketchy weight loss gummies. The real play, build one funnel, plug in one system, and suddenly you're earning commissions from products you don't even have to create. But you're not selling links, you're building trust. Trust is the only currency that actually converts online. And once people trust you, they'll click, they'll buy, and they'll keep coming back. That's leverage. Courses and memberships. You record it once, you package it, and people keep enrolling. That's how you multiply your offer without multiplying your exhaustion. But here's the catch. You still have to show up at the beginning. You still have to record, outline, teach, and fight through the who am I to do this voice. Then you let the system do the heavy lifting. You don't work harder, you work once, and the work keeps paying you. That's leverage. See the pattern? None of these are passive. They're front-loaded chaos that eventually becomes freedom. You put in the sweat first, you bleed a little into the system, and then that system becomes the engine that runs while you're not hovering over it. Stop looking for hands off. It doesn't exist. The people selling you passive income, they're trying to get you to buy their bedtime story. The people showing you leverage, they're handing you the keys to build an empire. And listen, if anyone should have failed at this, it was me. 3 years ago, I had to ask my friend to Google things for me. No, I'm not kidding. No, I'm not exaggerating. The only social platform I had was Facebook, and I barely touched it. And I stepped up like the delusional dreamer I am and decided to build an empire on a platform I had never even been on. I learned how to go viral, not once, but repeatedly. I got millions of views on TikTok in my first month of posting regularly. I built funnels. I wrote email campaigns. I cranked out not one, but 2 ebooks in 3 hours because apparently I like pain. I grew an email list to 45 in less than a week, and I sold 3 products the very first week I launched them. So let me just say, if I can do it, so can you. But don't walk in thinking you're going to make millions in 15 minutes a day of effort. Maybe one day, but not before you put in the reps. If you're a mom who feels invisible, stuck in rinse and repeat chores like your life is just laundry, dishes, and refereeing tiny humans, let me hit you with the truth. Passive income isn't real, but freedom income is. Freedom income is when you can sit on the floor building Legos with your kids and still know the electric bill is paid. Freedom income is when your phone dings at the park, not because daycare called, but because you made another sale. Freedom income is when you stop lying awake at night, wondering if you're contributing enough because the chaos that used to drain you is now literally paying you back. See, leverage doesn't just make you money. Leverage gives you back your life. Passive income, that's a fairy tale they sell to keep you buying. Freedom income, that's what happens when you take the same chaos that made you feel invisible and flip it into visibility, credibility, and profitability. So no, you're not broken. You're not behind. You're just stuck in the wrong definition of wealth. Because wealth isn't money while you sleep. Wealth is money that lets you wake up without dread. Wealth is time with your kids without guilt. Wealth is turning rinse and repeat into cash and repeat. That's not passive. That's power. That's freedom. So if you're tired of Googling side hustles at 2 a.m., if you're sick of watching other people brag about Stripe notifications while you're stuck in rinse and repeat, this was for you. Stop chasing passive income. It's a buzzword, a bedtime story. And if you keep waiting for it, it'll waste years you don't have to waste. Start building leveraged income. Systems, stories, chaos turned into frameworks that keeps working even when you step away. That's how I flipped burnout into income. That's how I went from invisible, drowning in rinse and repeat, to profitable, visible, unstoppable. And if you want to see the simple system that I use to turn chaos into cash, I put it together in my free ebook. You can find it in the link below. Here's the bottom line. Passive income, fake. Freedom income, real. And if I can build it from chaos, so can you.